earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling home. The count goes on.
All right, friends, we're gonna batch prep some burritos.
Come on. It's a beautiful night for a walk on the beach, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would say that. I would say that.
Let me start off with a basket of chips. I then move on to the Pollo Asado taco. I would like 2 Pollo Asado tacos with 1 beef chimichanga. On the chimichanga, I would like a side of sour cream. I like tomatoes and onions on my quesadilla. For dessert,
I like to saute the peppers a little bit first because they take a lot longer to cook than the eggs do. And I used egg whites in this. Honestly, whole eggs are going to give you a better, nice and fatty texture, but you can use egg whites and just add a little cheese. I personally didn't feel like buying cheese to use 1 serving of
I
it.
like a large iced tea. 2 large iced teas. Okay, that'll be 1607. 20? Okay. This is 1607 to change. Alright, I would like a basket of chips, a beef chimichanga with a side of sour cream. I like some guacamole on my chimichanga.
I used a random assortment of spices. It really doesn't matter. Just put in there what you like. I always recommend Tony Chachere's.
I would like a carne asada taco. Could you put some hot sauce on
And pretty much you just scramble the eggs for the middle. If you wanted to add meat or a vegetarian meat substitute, you can also scramble that right in there. Though if you're using meat, I would cook it first.
Make me some guacamole. I love guacamole. Okay, on my burrito, I like the machaca beef and the shredded pork.
I heat my tortillas in the microwave for about 25 seconds. It makes everything easy to roll up without crumbling.
Oh yes, I like 2 lemonades and 1 medium iced tea. Okay, that'll be 2007. Out of 22. Okay, $1. It's 52 is your change. Thanks a lot. Your food will be up. Here, let me get your drinks. Hi, can I help you? Yes, I like a basket of chips. I like a beef chimney. What is it?
Lay them all out. Roll them up.
What is the pollo asada? It's chicken. Well, okay, what is the carne
You got a big
asada?
pile of burritos.
Okay, let me get 2 carne asada tacos.
Alright, so now it's time to do a little meal prep math. Everybody loves math. So I'm going to go down the list of ingredients and tell you the price for what amount I actually used in the recipe. Then we're going to add them all up and divide it by the number of burritos, and then you'll know how much per burrito the cost is. Our first ingredient that we used was jalapenos. I buy these at Trader Joe's in a package of around 8 or 9 for $1.29. I used 2 jalapenos in this recipe, so that works out to about 32 cents total. And our next ingredient was 1 red bell pepper. They're 99 cents at Trader Joe's. I used the whole thing. And I used 10 brown eggs. I got those also at Trader Joe's. They're $1.29 per dozen, which works out to $1.08 total. Next ingredient on the list was a carton of egg whites. I used around 67% of the package at $5.49, so that brings us to $3.69. I added just a little bit of unsweetened cashew milk off screen, just a half a cup, that's 1/16 of the package, and I got that on sale for $2.99, so that's going to work out to about 19 cents. 1 package of habanero lime tortillas for $2.69, and I used the whole thing, so that's $2.69. I also bought a package of 3 heads of garlic for $1.49, and I only used a few cloves of that, so we're going to guesstimate that works out to about 25 cents total. I wasn't able to really add in the cost of spices like pepper and that weird spice blend that I threw in there, so we're just going to leave that out. But barring that, once we add all these numbers together, Math. It is $9.21 total, and I made 10 burritos. So that works out to 92 cents a burrito. That's super cheap. There's no way you'd be able to buy pre-made burritos with those macros. So let's talk nutrition. I'll explain what macronutrients and micronutrients and all that jazz are in another video. But for these burritos, they each have 265 calories, 8.7 fat. We got 26.8 carbs and 17 grams of protein. So not too bad. I would have liked them to be a little bit higher protein. You know, you live, you learn, and you move on, and you make better burritos. Now here's that fun part of the video where we get to play a video game. Today is Burnout 3, released in 2004 for PlayStation 2. Now, I really like this one because most of the events in this game just involve crashing your car into other cars or other things, and you just want to cause as much damage as possible. How could that not be awesome? I mean, sure, you can win these neat-looking cars. I guess that's neat, but crashing, that's the fun part. There are many types of events you can play in this game in the one-player mode, as well as a two-player split-screen mode. There's obviously races. You know what a race is. There's a Grand Prix where you qualify in a series of 3 to 4 races. There's an Eliminator where you just don't want to be in last place at any lap or you get knocked out. Face-Off is one-on-one challenging someone else to win their car. Road Rage, which is wonderful because you just have to take down as many racers as possible in the time limit. Burning Lap, special events, those are just kind of other race things. And then obviously Crash, which is the best. Because the best thing to do when you come home from work pissed off is crash a virtual car into other virtual cars. So, let's take you through a crash event. So we are going to go to Crash Island, which is in the Asia section of the Burnout 3 World Tour. On these events, they pick a car for you. It really doesn't matter. And they're going to show you how many dollars you need for gold, silver, bronze. But you just want to get as much as possible. These little lightning bolt signs are going to give you an instant boost. Then you can hit things like money and money multipliers and explosions. Also, have I mentioned I'm enthusiastically bad at video games? Let's try this again. Let's hit that boost. And then we're just going to crash directly into the cars. So you can see this little crash breaker count. If you hit a certain number of cars, you can hit the crash breaker button, which means you instantly explode and you can kind of drift your exploded carcass into other cars. And now it's going to go through and sum up all the damage of the totaled cars. Obviously, you want this to be as high as possible. It's a lot of carnage, folks. Then it will add up each one of your little fun gems that you hit and add up the multiplier. So you see, I did pretty good, but I could have gone for gold. I'm going to go ahead and say I highly recommend Burnout 3, along with its string of early aughts pop punk hits and completely ridiculous commentary.
Whoever came up with Crash Junctions needs a medal, dude!
That's it for today, folks. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see in the future.
Earth
Love y'all.
below us, drifting